like this, or the graph may become like this. Okay. It may be a 2 slope, or it may be a 3 slope. There are two cases. This is 2 slope. This is 3 slope. We had two coefficients there. We had coefficient A and B. From this we called what is called as Baskin's equation. Baskin's equation helps us to find out how much is the fatigue. That is, it was given by SNF. This was SNF is equal to A. That is the constant, slope constant. NF is the number of cycles before failure, NF, raised to the coefficient, B. A and B are the alternating stress coefficient for the alternating stress. So this equation is called as.
Yes, so if you take extra, so it comes to my.
Your name class.
ಅವ್ನು ಧರ್ಮಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ನು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್. ಹಾಂ ಹೇಳಿನ ಅವಾಗಲೇ 12 ಸರಿ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಹಾಂ ನಡೀತದೆ ಹಾಂ ತೊಂಬತ್ತು. ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್. ಈ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇದೈತೆ ವೈರಿದ್ದು ಡೇಂಜರ್ ಇದು. ಅದು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪಿಗೆ ಭಾರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಐತೆ. ಆಯ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಅದ. ಹುಷಾರ್ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ, ಒಬ್ರಿಗಾರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಗಿದ ಕತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ ಆಯ್ತು? ಆಯ್ತು ಚಾರ್ಜು ಇದೆ ಸಾಕು. ಹಾಂ ನಡೀತದೆ ಏನಂಗೆ. Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the lecture session on lean manufacturing. Yeah, as you can see that, sorry, just to wait. Yeah, as you can see that how lean manufacturing is going to be useful for organizations. Yeah, the objective of this subject, basically, logic, lean manufacturing, is to understand the key concepts and the principles of lean. Okay, objectives, key concepts. What are key concepts of lean manufacturing, and what are the principles behind lean manufacturing? Second, to acquire knowledge on the common lean methods and tools and their applications to eliminate waste and create more value for customers. Basic objective is to create value for the customers and also to eliminate waste. These are the two main objectives: eliminating waste as well as creating value to the customers. Let you know what are these waste and how they're going to create value for the customers and all. Let you know, just to understand only the objective. Third objective, identify the ways to develop Kaizen eyes to look for improvement opportunities. Normally, in organization, once they identify the waste, once they think of giving value to the customers, the next step is improvement, that is continuous improvement. So now Kaizen, nothing but you can say continuous improvement. So the third objective is identify the ways to develop Kaizen eyes to look for improvement opportunities, which are the areas where the improvement can be taken. Okay, that's one more objective. Describe the various lean roles. Okay, at the end, it is after identifying the waste, after creating value to the customers, after finding the ways to improvement, nothing but continuous improvement, and then now basically identifying the roles of lean. Okay, these are the four broad objectives of this subject, lean manufacturing. It is understanding key concepts and principles. Second, identifying waste and value to the customer. Third, developing Kaizen. And fourth, various lean roles. These are the four objectives of this subject, or we can say this lecture. Next, outline of this presentation. First, we're talking about introduction to lean manufacturing. What do you mean by lean? What do you mean by lean manufacturing and all? The first point we'll take now. Second, the key concepts behind lean manufacturing and the principles of lean manufacturing. Next, various lean methods and various lean manufacturing tools. To implement lean manufacturing, what are the tools available and to be used? And next is ways to develop Kaizen eyes, that is for improvement purpose. And of course, lastly, the lean roles. This outline of presentation of this lecture. So understand the core of the definition of lean. Okay, what do you mean by lean? What is lean? Lean is a management philosophy. Lean basically, it's a management philosophy. Okay, remember, it's a philosophy of the management based on the Toyota production system, because there are two sometimes people say they are synonymous. The moment we say TPS, that is Toyota production system, immediately the term comes lean manufacturing. And if somebody says that lean manufacturing, immediately we say that it is TPS. So both are going together. It is lean manufacturing as well as Toyota production system, because TPS management philosophy is lean manufacturing. Let's say both are going synonymous. TPS, lean manufacturing, TPS. Second, eliminate everything that does not add value to the customer's eyes. Okay, customer is going to pay for the product. Customer is going to pay for the product only for the product functionality, not for anything which is going to be called as not add any value for the product. Say for example, I'm going to buy something. So I'm going to buy a pen. So the basic objective of pen is to write. So as a customer, I'm going to pay for the functionality of the product. That is functional, nothing but basic attributes of the pen. Maybe the task is looking and easy to write and long life for the refill and no leakage. Using the refill completely till the last bit of ink available. Like there's so many attributes expecting from the product. But I'm not going to pay as a customer that how much money spent for transporting from that place to this and all, because these are the non-value added, okay, or a delay in this thing and all, or the testing for this. These are the by default terms for any organization. Testing component means as a customer I'm going to pay for the product. Okay, I'm not going to, because the moment I said the pen is quality one means it should by default should be quality one. Okay, how much money you spent for getting it quality and all, it is nothing for me as a customer. So customer I'm going to pay for the product. So there are so many things are there in the organization. So they are going to be like non-value added things. Okay, customer doesn't want to pay for it. Okay, so eliminate everything that does not add value to the customers. That's nothing but you can say waste. Okay, waste. For example, overproduction. So unnecessarily they made extra production, and they can't supposed to transfer this cost of overproduction to the customer, because whose problem? It's a problem of the organization. Nothing to do with for a customer as a customer. So customer never going to pay money for the overproduction. He's going to pay for the product only. So that's what I say. Eliminate everything that is not going to add value to the customers. Nothing but you can say the customers think it's a waste. That's the objective of the lean. What is the focus of this lean manufacturing? Value stream as a primary work unit. Okay, value stream. So basically distinguishing the value added, non-value added. That is the primary work unit. Focused on improving process performance. Okay, of course, any process they adapt for manufacturing. Okay, so focusing on improving the performance of the process. Okay, improving process performance. And the clear view of end state. See, means after eliminating all the waste, all the movements, what are things there? What are the waste? Okay. So after eliminating all these waste, now we are going to get the end state. So you should have that clear view of end state. That is, what was earlier, what is now. Okay. So we should have a clear distinguish between what is right now. Okay. See, as a customer, I am going to focus on right now. What was not bothered to me. Okay. So these are the focus and scope of lean manufacturing. So value stream, that is distinguishing both value added and non-value added, and focusing on improving the process performance and the clear view of end state. What is the end? Okay, this is about value stream as a focus on the scope of lean manufacturing. Okay, so first of all, understand that you can't bring everything into a lean. Okay, lean scope of lean. So you should also differentiate, or you can say distinguish between what is included in the lean, what is not included in the lean. It's very important. Many times we know that what is to be there, but you should also know what is not to be there. Okay, so it's very important. Should distinguish what is and what is not. So here it is what lean is not. You distinguish now what is lean, what is not. That is a lean. Okay. Now organization trying to focus on eliminating waste. Okay, that's the basic objective of lean manufacturing. Okay, it does not mean that laying off employees by the bus load. Okay, that is laying off employees. They feel that okay, so these many employees are not required. Now remove all employees, keep only few employees. Okay, that is not lean manufacturing, right? By eliminating things. If you say we have extra labors, we have things. That doesn't mean to remove all employees and keep only few employees. That's not the lean manufacturing. So first important thing is laying off employees by the busload is not lean. Laying off is not lean. Delivering less or working harder is not lean. Okay, delivering less. Okay, delivering less. That is, we're trying to reduce waste. Okay, suppose we want to supply more, chances of wastage. So by supplying less, so we think that we can reduce waste. Okay, so remember, supplying less is not lean manufacturing. Okay, making shortage, making non-availability of the things available to the customers and all, it's not very lean. Okay, not availability is nothing but, okay, for example, just like you said, defects and zero defect. If you manufacture, you come across defect. If you don't manufacture, zero defect. See, this can't be called as zero defect. If you don't manufacture, if you say we are achieving zero defect, means how do you say? You manufacture, identify the defects and non zero defect, then we can say we are defect-free manufacturers. That's what distinguish clearly. Okay, defect and zero defect and all. Okay, same thing here. That is delivering less. Okay, delivering less, supplying less, making shortage is not lean. And also working harder, making somebody like work hard. Okay, so there is 5 persons work done by only 2 persons or 3 persons, removing 2, or making a machine more loaded, overloaded. So for example, a machine can work continuously. Say for example, the capacity is only for say 6 hours. Okay, for one shift and all, and afterwards it requires some sort of lubrication and cooling purpose, or something like sometimes it wants some maintenance also before going to start next shift and all. So we can't use that machine so overloaded without maintenance continuously for 8 hours first shift, immediately second somebody come and they operate second shift and all. Okay, so or you can sometimes making lean means removing some overall employees, more work for the only less workers and all. For example, for a typically 8 hours is the workload for any worker or any labor and all. Okay, so it does not mean that making the person to work hard by come for extra 2-3 hours and all, overwork and all. It's not lean. Okay, so working hard is not lean. Outsourcing or offshoring is not lean. Okay, outsourcing. Say for example, instead of manufacturing, you buy something and do it, made all. It's not lean. It's not lean. Okay, outsourcing means you are getting something and supplying it. Right? Something like you don't cook at home and no one can judge your quality of food at home. You bring from outside or hotel and give it to guests. Okay, so it's now you can't go into judge the quality of food at home, right? No, similar way, right? So we can't say go for outsourcing for the product. Outsourcing is not a lean. Okay, getting something available immediately is not lean. And offshoring, okay, got outside, sending out, not also lean. Okay. Next, a cost reduction program. Always, any organization, any management, or any organization, any industry, any company, any enterprise, always trying to reduce cost. Okay, reduce cost, reduction cost. Right. For example, while preparing a product, use of less number of components or light material, or you can say less number of components and all. Okay, so that is sometimes a cost reduction program. Okay, or for example, a company need to be done in a good ambience and all, with all minimum temperature required, maybe around 22 degrees something like that, but it's too hot. Suppose a product is not supposed to manufacture with that temperature. They manufacture without maintaining the temperature and all. Maybe at the later the product may go into fail and all. So it's not a way of doing it. So only because of reducing cost. So cost reduction program. What is the program they are going to adopt for cost reduction? Okay, so for example, preventive maintenance, system maintenance. Say they say manual says for every machine need to be maintained. Preventive maintenance to be taken care once in month, every month, or after using of around some number of hours, 120 hours or 200 or 300 hours and all. It should be overall or maintained. But just to cut the cost, why to go for preventive maintenance? Chalega, like they're going to use our concept. Why to go for once in a month? Can't go for once in a 2 months and all. Start thing to be done. Okay, so cost reduction program, what they do, is not also a lean technique. Just set off tools like 5S, Kaizen events, etc. They are also not lean. Okay, I think people have got some wrong concept that use 5S. Okay, all the I tell you later on a series is and all. Okay, so just set off tools like 5S or Kaizen events. They are not lean. It's not lean technique. And one more point is there. Yeah, automation or buying EF system. It's not a lean. Okay, see, automation is not a lean. Okay, that is basically to reduce cost. Going for automation is not lean. Okay, automation can reduce all those things. Automation can reduce the cost, and also you can go for mass production, right? But it's not lean. So understand very importantly that is what is lean, what is not lean. Okay, automation is not lean. Use of tools, just like tools like 5S and Kaizen and all, not lean. Only cost reduction program is not lean. Outsourcing is not lean. Delivering less or working harder is not lean. Laying off employees, okay, removing employees, the lockdown, they are not lean. Okay, so these are not lean. So understand that what is lean and what is not lean. Okay. Next to Toyota philosophy, because I told in the beginning only, Toyota, TPS and lean manufacturing, they are both are synonymous. Okay, so because the lean manufacturing concept itself is identified or followed by TPS. So that's why if you say that Toyota philosophy, nothing but the lean manufacturing philosophy only. So what is the Toyota philosophy? Provide world-class quality and service. Okay, provide world-class quality and service. The first philosophy of Toyota production systems. Okay, world-class quality and service. Because nowadays the market is not limited to a region or a nation or a country. Okay, or the segment is going to be for entire world. So certainly any product manufactured should keep in mind that the quality aspect are appropriate for across world. Okay, so that's why nowadays they say world-class manufacturing, not manufacturing related to requirement of the local requirement. So the first philosophy of TPS is provide world-class quality and service. Develop employee potential through mutual trust and cooperation. Okay, develop employee potential through mutual trust and cooperation. Of course, employees, you may have so much of sophisticated machines, you may have very good infrastructure in terms of buildings, okay, that is a plant, building, well located, well organized, and good infrastructure. You have everything, internet, local call facilities, like everything available for employees, everything and all. Unless you have the potential employees, okay, potential employees with a good trust and cooperation, you can't. Okay, so employees are the main resource for any organization. Okay, so second important philosophy what Toyota says is that develop employee potential through mutual trust and cooperation. You can't force people to work. It should come on their own. Okay, you can't force them. So it should come on their own. So you should have the potentiality to work. Develop employee potential through mutual trust and cooperation. Reduce cost through elimination of waste. Remember, okay, reduce cost. Not, I told you there are so many methods are there. I told you that, for example, I told you about maintenance, just simply postponing the preventive maintenance of the machine. Instead of going for once in a month, going for 2 months, you can save 1 month's maintenance cost. It's not, okay. So if you are really interested to go for progress or productivity, then go for reducing cost through elimination of waste. Okay, reworking, redesign, and the production of scrap, unnecessary movement, unnecessary storage, unnecessary use of materials, extra thing. Okay, overproduction. Those things can avoid. Okay, so reduce the cost through elimination of waste is one more important philosophy of TPS. Next, develop a flexible production system that can respond to changes in the market demand. Remember, market is not stagnant. The demands are so highly volatile. Today's demand may not be tomorrow's demand. You know that how electronic goods and automobile sectors are so much of improvising day by day because the requirements customers also so much varied, dynamic, volatile. That's why the marketing principle says that customers' minds are like a black box, because you know black box in planes and all. So when accident taking place, they open the black box and they're going to get the real thing. But no one knows what is there inside. Same thing here. No one can judge what's happening in the minds of customers. They're going to change their mind. Just like, for example, before buying, they change their mind. Chalo, I'm going to postpone buying. Okay, chalo, I'm going for buying now. First thing. Second thing, during buying, they also change their mind sometimes. They think something of so much of about product. When they see actually, they may not feel to buy it. Okay, so during buying also change. Sometimes when they enter into the enter into a shop, for example, you are thinking of buying some ready-made dresses. Okay, you are going for a shop. Before it, you are thinking of, before buying. Yes, today I want to buy so many sets of ready-made dress. You are going for buying. During buying, you may feel some bad experience. Maybe you don't have the facility for dress like rehearsal, checking the dress and all. Or you may be sometimes feel that the person not spoke to you properly, or the rates are too high, or the texture of the or the quality of the product, cloth is not good. Okay, so you may feel, or what you have seen in the photos is different what actually you are experiencing. So during buying also, you may change your mind. And even after buying also, so you are going to buy some product, some component, you are taking home, and somebody going to comment about the product. Yeah, this color is not good, or this product is not. Should have got some other product, or by the same price you would have got this features. Okay, normally it happens for electronic goods or ready-made clothes or anything. So people are going to come immediately think that why to buy. So you may change your mindset and change. So customer mindset is also like a black box. Don't know what's happening, what is going to happen even now before buying or during buying or after buying and all. So with this, remember, so when the customer market is going to change, see, remember, try develop a flexible production system that can respond to change in the market demand. So normally, for example, they may expect, particularly in case of two-wheelers. So normally in any country, the academic year starts from during the month of June or July. So there may be chance of buying more of vehicle, two-wheelers. Okay, for example, in India, particularly Honda Activa or Bajaj Scooter and all. So they're going to be sold more during the month of May or June. Because normally when the kids going for colleges after completing their high schools and all, for the students to go to colleges if it's far away, or even tend also nowadays, having two is a common thing, or buying mobile also, or gifting mobile during the college starts and all. So normally they're going to be more demand in the month of May or June time or July time when the academic year starts. What normally happens. So, but see, then that time they should be able to manufacture more number of because of the demand they expecting during that one. Or even traditionally Indian mentality is such that, so during the month of October, Vijayadashami and all, or sometimes during the festive season, like Christmas time and all. So people are willing to buy that time to take the advantages of year-end sale and all. Okay, so that time also they could able to able to supply more. So demand is going to fluctuate. So meantime, for example, August, September may not be so much of demand because of the seasons, maybe heavy rain or people may not move out and all. So they should have the flexible product system that can respond to changes in market demand. Okay. So that's how might have seen that. Okay, normally, suppose monsoon prediction says that this time there's going to be a heavy rain, and you have to get ready for this thing, or chance of having too much of cold from November, December, January, and the case you are going to experience that because somebody is going to forecast, or suppose the forecast meteorological department says that this is going to be happen in coming months and that, people suddenly tend to go for buying so much of required things. Okay, just for example, umbrella for rainy season or woolen cloth for the winter season and all. So the system should be able to supply. So this should respond to the market demand. Okay, just like during COVID time. Okay, hand wash things started. It is sanitizers, masks and all. Okay, those things started. Okay, so no one even knows that so much of demand for sanitizers and masks and all, because normally masks are usually used by the people working in hospitals like nurses and doctors and all, and no one even thought that people are going to use. Sometimes maybe I used to see that a police personnel in the traffic signal used to put some mask to avoid dust and all. But now we can say that the entire world is buying masks, each and everybody. So it's going to be like one person, 2 masks, or 3 masks, or 4 masks, or 10 masks. Okay, so there's going to be so much of demand for masks or even sanitizer. No one has started to want to use. See, normally, you know, particularly in the Indian market, people used to use only soap for hand wash and all soap. Then something comes, say hand wash. Okay, all the companies like Santoor or Lifebuoy and many companies start to manufacture hand wash. It was for the people used to use in the use hand washes. Okay, but now that sanitizer has come now, wherever you go to hotels, you go to malls, you go to market, you go anywhere, you can consider it, everywhere you can press and get the sanitizer, hand wash and come. So this whole demand is there. So company or organ should be able to develop a flexible production system that can respond to change market. Sometimes no demand, they can't manufacture. Sometimes they put demand for a particular product. Okay, I have seen that normally, for example, Hero Honda bikes. So there are sometimes a craze started to buy only one particular colored bikes. For example, a blue colored fashion bikes, Hero Honda bikes. So majority of people, they used to buy only, whenever go to Hero Honda showroom, they ask only blue color only. They are never asking any other colors. Even there was a very good color, attractive color. People want to know, only want blue. So companies should be able to satisfy this type of demands. It may arise sometimes, maybe because of some criteria and all. Okay. So these are the Toyota philosophy. Of course, providing the world-class product with good quality and service. Develop employee potential through mutual trust and cooperation. Of course, we say as on today, say Tata Motors, or you can say Tata company. So they are the most ethical company. People say that. Okay. So because of the mutual trust and good cooperation, reduce cost through elimination of waste. Develop a flexible production system that can respond to changing market demand. Okay, these are the philosophy of Toyota philosophy. Okay, now differentiating lean versus traditional thinking. Okay, you should know first of all, when you say lean thinking, what traditional thinking? Okay, what, how you will say? Because it's a new concept. Or people think, what is lean? What was traditionally there previously? Okay, what is the specialty of this? How we can differentiate lean with respect to the traditional traditional approach. Say it. Okay, traditional thinking, they say large batches, more or less focusing on mass production. Okay, mass production. Even for example, you all automobile sectors also, bike, 2-wheelers or cycles, or even why not? You can go for 4-wheelers. Okay, Maruti company, Maruti 800 cars start manufacturing. Mass production, when for thousands of cars of similar color used to manufacture. Okay, so So traditionally thinking that we have to go for large batches. And I told same thing like a bike. So people once they think that this is good, then everybody start buying that only. They're not going to think why I have to buy, why can't I go for. Only few people think differently as I should go for a different product. But normally people are going with the wind. Oh, they are acha dikh raha hai, chalo, I'm also going to buy it. So traditionally that's why manufacturers also think that customers are going to buy in bulk. So that's why they're going to manufacture in terms of large batches. Traditional thinking. Lean thinking, small batches, because they worry more on reduction of cost, reducing waste. So why to manufacture? So go for manufacturing in small batches. Okay, so it is lean thinking. So traditionally mass production, you can say some sort of batch production, lean thinking. And traditional thinking, low unit cost. Okay, so they focus on unit cost. Traditional thinking, unit cost for selling cost, unit cost, or even production cost. So everything they want to say bit by bit. Okay, so they focus on not as a system concept, whereas here lean thinking, total system concept. So it's going to see as an integrated system. So reducing cost for the entire system. Okay, it's not like a unit by unit wise reduction of cost. Okay, for example, purchasing department is going to reduce some cost, but manufacturing is going to waste. Or quality control trying to reduce some cost. Some marketing department going to spend more for advertisement and all. Okay, so here each department, each people, each section they going to think about reducing cost, not as a whole of the organization. Okay, but here lean thinking, we say that it's a system approach, integrated approach. So any cost reduction in one section, so meantime, it's going to affect the entire organization. This thing. So everything they're going to see in the total system system point of view. So total system cost. Next, traditional thinking, work at full capacity. Okay, so because we have purchased a machine, okay, machine has got a capacity to work continuously for 24 hours. So go for 3 shifts continuously, not giving any time for even machine to cool something like that. Okay, so what we have used, right? So because machine has got capacity, just like for example, automobile also, or for example a car can take a capacity of, or can run the speed of say 150, 150 you run, you fill. Okay, so normally the traditional thinking is something like work at full capacity. We have, use it completely. But whereas here, the lean concept thinks that work at necessary capacity. How much require, that much only. Okay, say for example, in a speedometer, it shows that bike can run up to 200. It does not mean that you have to run for 200, right? So how much you require for your speed? Maybe around 60 or 80 or 120, that much only, right? How much you require? That much only. Because it can go up to 200, doesn't mean that you have to run for 200. Okay, so traditional thinking, okay, normally say that work at full capacity, and lean thinking say that work at necessary capacity, right? Next, so here traditional thinking is tight schedules, okay, tight schedule, right? So fixed schedules are there, right? This person, this job, this worker, scheduled, so he has to perform, right? So machine is assigned to this worker. This job is supposed to be done by this labor. A fixed, a tight schedule. Okay, I have to complete. I have to do it. Okay, there is no flexibility for a machine or a labor. He has to produce. Schedules are tight. Flexible schedules. Okay, you can change also. Okay, change depending upon requirement, depending upon the consumption, depending upon something. So they can schedule can change. Right. Schedule change. Next, high working process inventories. Because they manufacture large quantity, they're going to be always WIP also more. Okay, more of work in progress. Okay, so more inventory are going to lie in between also because they have to manufacture a lot. Anyway, they have to manufacture. They're going to manufacture because they are focusing on, or the traditional thinking is going for large batch manufacturing. So that's why suddenly they're going to have high WIP also. And here, lean thinking, they're going to be low WIP, okay, because they're thinking in terms of lesser manufacturing. So you're going for small batches. Certainly, related to small batches, they're going to have low WIP inventory also. And next here, one more thing that is traditionally said, high level specialization. Okay. And here, cross training. Traditionally, they're going for specialization. Okay. High level specialization. Right. Traditionally, they think that we have to make that person specialized. Okay. So he has to do. A design person should do only design. He can't not supposed to do manufacturing. A person meant for manufacturing should do only manufacturing. Not supposed to do design. So any problem comes design, you should ask that design only. The cost reduction related to that cost, my engineer is going to take care of that cost reduction techniques and all. So everything is like a specialized one. Okay, any problem comes for maintenance and all, now let the maintenance department takes care of it. So everything, traditional thinking like that only, because they are specialized. They have to look after, right? So that is actually called as highly specialization. It's a traditional way of thinking. Okay, go for specialization. For everything, specialized persons. Whereas here, lean thinking, cross-training. Okay, so they should know everything. A small repairs of machine can be done by that person who want to operate also. You do not have to wait for the maintenance department to come and do. Say for example, let us say a smaller things at home. For example, you have your switches at home, main switches are there at your home. So they are going to have some fuse wires connected to protect the overloading and all. Those things can be done by you only, not necessary to wait for the electrician to come or the lineman of the government should come and fix the fuse wire. With the precautionary measures by taking measures like switching off the mains and all, you can take one wire and connect to, you're going to get that fuse repaired. So you need no need, because that's what you can say it. Always any person should have that specialty or cross training, not necessary to wait for somebody to do it. Okay, so say for example, your machine is, you can repair by you only with some smaller maintenance work like overhauling or doing some tuning and all, you can do it. But if you're going to wait till the maintenance department comes, it has to go through so many procedures. So it has to be like the complaint has to be registered in the particular department, then they intimate to the maintenance department. Maintenance people might have gone to somewhere for similar maintenance work, and they may take around 1 or 2, 3 hours to come to this place of work. Then remember that 3 to 4 hours is going to be wasted only. So you have stopped the machine for not working, and you also not going to work. So it's going to be production delay. So the product can't be manufactured, it becomes WIP, and you as a labor or a worker, they become idle, machine become idle, so the deadlines get delayed. So a small thing which can be done by you, wait for that somebody, specialized person to come, then that's why the worker should be cross-trained. They should be able to do smaller things on them without waiting for some special person to come and do it. This is what the approach of lean thinking. So I hope understood how the traditional thinking is there, how the lean thinking is there. Okay, traditionally, what so far other manufacturers they follow, or what people simply follow is these things. That is specialization, high WIP, going for tight schedule, and working for full capacity, trying to focus on only low unit costs, and go for large batches manufacturing. This is the traditional way of thinking of any manufacturers. If you think in terms of lean manufacturing, what Toyota follows, then going for cross-training, low WIP, schedules are going to be flexible and use only required and necessary capacity only, and focusing on the total cost of the organization instead of going for unit-wise cost, and also going for small batches. This is about the differentiating between the traditional approach and the lean approach. Okay, this can be, you can explain with so much of examples also, because you would have seen that many manufacturing organizations, if you visit some industry and all, you understand that how much of WIP is lying. So because of the, how much of unit waiting to get processed and all. If you go to different type of workstations, you will come across so much of WIP lying there for processing. Okay, that is because of it. So they thinking of going for manufacturers. Mera kaam to hai, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait for what happens in the next station and all. Okay, it's all the traditional approaches. Okay, so I hope you understood the difference between the traditional way of manufacturing and the lean manufacturing, what Toyota adopts or what Toyota philosophy says about the lean manufacturing. Okay. Next, you can see that lean management framework. Okay. It is a controlled production system. Just you can go through this one here. How that lean management framework works. What are the different concepts are there here in the lean manufacturing framework. So just go one by one now. That is mainly the goal of this lean manufacturing is highest quality. I told in the beginning only. Lean manufacturing always focus on world-class quality and world-class service. So the main goal, the objective is highest quality and the lowest cost. Think of cutting the cost, of course, lowest cost. And of course, shortest lead time. It's the goal of lean manufacturing. Highest quality, lowest cost, and the shortest lead time. Next, focus on quality prevention. Okay, Judoka, I'll tell you later. But these are the 5 things involved here. One is stability. Second, standardization. Third, just-in-time. Fourth, Judoka. And 5, involvement. So these are the 5 aspects involved in lean manufacturing framework. Stability, standardization, just-in-time, Judoka, and involvement. Okay. Stability of organization is very important. Okay. So just to start with how exactly it's going to focus. Focus on quantity and flow. That is just-in-time. These aspects I am going to explain you in the coming slides also, next lectures. Okay. Just of course, what exactly the just-in-time is talking about. Just-in-time is focusing on continuous flow, takt time, full system, and the flexible workforce. Okay, I will tell all those things in coming lectures. What do you mean by the continuous flow? I'm going to take just-in-time separately. And what do you mean by takt time, what is full system, and what do you mean by flexible workforce? Those things I'm going to highlight later. Just only understand that the framework of lean manufacturing involves all the things. That is mainly stability, standardization, just-in-time, Judoka, and involvement. Okay, involvement of all. Okay, that is from top management to the last end worker. Involvement of all. It's not only the thought process of the management or top management. Okay, so it's not only the work to be done by the lowest workers and all. So it's always it's going to be the involvement of all, total involvement, okay, total participation of all stakeholders in the organization. Maybe that customers or including workers or suppliers, management, all. So you can say the involvement of all people. It's one more aspect of the lean manufacturing management framework. And Judoka, that is focusing on quality and prevention. It is separate man and machine work, abnormality identification, POCA yoke, and the visual control. Okay, so there are some more different things are there here. It is separate man and machine work, abnormality identification, POCA yoke I will take later, visual controls also take later. They are the Judoka, basically preventive measures, you can say it, Judoka. Okay, and of course standardization is one more aspect. Okay, these are the different aspects involved in lean management framework. Of course, you are not seen there in the some presentation. Aizunka, standardized work, and Kaizen. Okay, so they are also there in this one. Okay. can't see. I want to show this. Yeah, ಆಯ್ತು ಇನ್ನೂ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ Yeah, I'll continue tomorrow.
ನಂದರಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಹೌದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಹಾಂ ಇದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅದು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಹಾಂ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಹೌದು ಸರ್ ಹೌದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಚಲೋ ಹೌದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಂ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ